Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our 7th chapter in how to become a purple belt in just 14 classes. Things have been moving along nicely, and we are now at a stage where we can start to put some of those basics together into one of our basic routines called Pyung Ahn Cho Dan. Pyung Ahn Cho Dan is the first basic form for your purple belt. It's a lovely little routine, and we're going to get into that in a minute. But first, Kirsten, Wes and I are just going to help to revise basics that you'll need in that form. So we're going to run through those 4 basic blocks, stepping in a long stance quickly, as well as the pseudo, and then we'll start with the routine. Right, good. So the first block we're going to do, stepping in a long stance. Remember the long stance, stepping out 2 shoulder widths, bending that front knee, keeping that back leg straight and locked. The first one we're going to do is the Hadan Maki, blocking down. So remember, come up, cover across, block down. Good. I'm going to step back. You guys can carry on stepping forward. You can see how it goes. Come up, cover across, block down. Good. Come up, cover across, block down. Going forwards again. Remember what I said? The one foot in the blue, other foot in the red. So those feet stay on that shoulder width apart. Alright? Come up and out. Just put it in because I fell over there. One in the blue, one in the red. Come up. Block down. Come up. Block down. Good. And the turn, Chiutora. Step across and over and turn. Hits. Hits. Chiutora. Very nice. Now we're going to be moving on to the Sangman Maki, the rising block, the upper block. So from there, bring this arm up, bring this arm across, and block. Bringing it across, and block. Good, very nice. Chiutora. Hits. Hits. Ho. Hey. Chiutora. Hits. Hits. Ho. Hey. Baro. Sure. Alright, and the last of our blocks we're not going to bother with, the Anusapakra Maki. You guys can practice that and revise that on your own, the Anusapakra Maki. Good. And also the Pakes or Anramaki. Those you're going to practice by yourselves. Please do 20 of those for revision. What we're going to do now is the punch. Chungnan Kongkyuk, the middle punch. Right, so moving back. Chajut. Nyet. Jimbi. Alright, when you step forward, you're going to step forward, block down. And from here, you're going to proceed with your punch. Okay, lift this arm up. Step forward, pull that arm in, and snap the punch out from the hip. Snap that punch out from the hip. Good. Hits. Hits. Okay, and now the way that we started that basic is exactly how you're going to apply it in the form. So we're going to start with a block down, and then a punch. Alright, and now we're just going to practice our punch a bit more. One more time. Good. Up. Sure. And something there. Right. The other thing that we did is the pseudo. Remember the pseudo is a different stance, so that's in a side stance. Alright? And we're doing our pseudo, come up to the side of the face, bring the hands out and down. So if we're doing that to the front, I'm going to come up and sink. Come up and sink. Come up and sink. Up. Sure. Come something down. Alright, with those basics, We are now ready to begin Pyung Ahn Cho Dan. From the start position, you're going to be moving to your left-hand side. I'm going to do it to the right so that you can copy the mirror image. And then right at the end, Wesley and I will do the beginning of the routine normally, and then you can see what it should look like. But we're going to do everything mirror image for the moment so that you can just make you see, make you do, and copy us as if you were looking in a mirror. Niet. Jumbi. Pyung Ahn Cho Dan. Alright, so you're going to look to your left, lift up your left arm, cover across, and stepping out into your long stance, block down. Try that again. From here, look to your left, lift up your left arm, lift up your left leg, and block down. Remember, you should have that shoulder width so that leg is now put down behind where you were standing. Okay, good. From there, lift this hand up slightly, get this hand ready. You're going to step and punch. Good. Look nicely over your shoulder here. Pick up that same arm. And with that front leg, come all the way around and back, blocking down. Now with your right arm. From there, we're going to do the hammer fist. Pull back with your hips and your leg to come up, and then hit out the hammer fist. From there, we're going to do another punch. Good. We're going to go over that a couple of times just to make sure that you've got it, and then we'll take the form up to the first kia or shout, spirit shout, and from there we will build on it in the upcoming lessons. Baro. Sure. Comes up here. I just want to talk quickly about that hammer fist. If you remember in our previous lesson, we did the combat basic, which was the pakes or anumaki, followed by the hammer fist. So that's the hammer fist that you're doing there. It comes in with that pinky edge as the focus, and it comes across at 45 degrees. And remember what I said? It's as if you're coming into the side of the person's neck. So what I want you to think of when we're doing this is where's it grab my hand? Okay? So what I'm doing there is I'm jerking myself out. I'm breaking that grip. Okay? And then I'm following up with a strike onto the neck there at 45 degrees. Okay? So that's that move that you see there. From that block, breaking down, hitting out with that hammer fist at 45. You've seen the practical application. Breaking out, hitting in. Okay, good. There's a lot of other things you can use that for, but that's a nice visualization to get you to use those hips correctly when you're performing the movement. So let's go over the beginning of Pyung Ahn Cho Dan again. Niet. Jumbi. Pyung Ahn Cho Dan. Hips. Look. Lift up that left arm. Block down. Hips. Come up. Punch with the right hand. Hips. Look over that shoulder. Pick up that right arm and all the way around that front leg. Block down. Pull back with that same hand. Bring that leg in. Hit out. And then punch. Good. If you want to know exactly what stance you're in there, your feet are placed at 90 degrees to each other, and there's a fist space in between the two heels. They would connect there at 90, and you're in the hammer fist position there. Very good. Let's do that one more time, and then we'll carry on and do some more. Chijit. Niet. Jumbi. Pyung Ahn Cho Dan. Hips. Hips. Very nice. Now look towards the camera, towards the screen. Pick up that left hand again and step across towards the front. Now using that same action as we just used there, you're going to wind up, you're going to open the hand, and you're going to come back out with a pseudo chop. So let's go over that again. From that last punch, look to the front, lift up that arm, come across, block down, take it back, and chop. Very nice. Now we're going to do 3 rising blocks in a row. So we do 3 Sangan Makis. It's cross and block. It's across and block. And the last one. Ho! Hey! Paro. Sure. Right, we're going to show you that one more time. Pyung Ahn Cho Dan. And then you guys can practice that a couple of times by yourselves. Rewind the video and just copy along. And we'll leave you with one proper version of the beginning of that form done with Wes and I moving to the left correctly so you can see how it should look. Come second. Cik. Niet. Jumbi. Pyung Ahn Cho Dan. Comes up here. Right, I'm going to do the form properly for you guys, so that you can see us moving it to the correct directions. Niet. Jumbi. Pyung Ahn Cho Dan. Sure. Comes up here. Thanks very much, guys. So that is Pyung Ahn Cho Dan. Alright guys, the second thing that I wanted to talk about this morning is the kia. We talked about it being a spirit shout, and you heard us doing it in the form. So I just wanted to go through and have a little bit of a lesson on exactly what is the kia, why do we kia, and where do we use it. Alright, good. So, stand nice and comfortably, put your fingers on your stomach, just below your belly button. Now breathe in so that your fingers go out. And breathe out so that your fingers go in. In. Out. In. Out. So I want you to feel your whole diaphragm coming down, your whole lungs filling with air, and everything expanding. So take a nice deep breath in. And out. Now, when you are doing a technique, say executing a punch or a block, you're going to be breathing out. So, when you want extra emphasis, extra focus, and extra power, you're going to add a kia, a spirit shout into that. So it comes from that rapid expulsion of the air from down low. So it's not up high in the throat, a high-pitched scream. It's not there. It's low. It comes from your energy center, from your hara, which is just behind your belly button, you're going to come from there and ha! Release it like that. So breathe in and out. Breathe in and out now, and try and say hua! Breathe in and out with a hua. Hua! Alright, very good. Some people think it's almost a bit like you're contracting, almost like that feeling you get when you get a hiccup. It must be a ha! Nice explosive contraction of the rib muscles, of the diaphragm, and that expulsion of the air from low down. And what are you doing? Well, you're adding focus, and at the same time, you're trying to terrorize your opponent, so you can't try to put the fear of death into them, so that they're completely intimidated, and that gives you a chance to defend yourself or to escape. Hey! Sure. And that's the kia, or spirit shout. Comes up here. Okay, another bit of the etiquette that you might have seen Wes and I doing is at the end of every form we say the words Kamsa Hapnida, and then we also do our Tang Su. Our Tang Su is a bit of a greeting, it's a bit of a sign of respect, it's a bit of a sign of spirit or good fighting spirit or good energy, and we use that Tang Su to greet each other. We use that Tang Su at the end of class, we use that Tang Su at the end of the forms, and it's very nice just to Chariut, Knyet, comes up Nida, and then Tang Su! Just put your right hand up, shout the words Tang Su, which comes from our name, Tang Su Do. The name Tang Su Do means way of the empty hand, or way of the Tang hand, Tang being a symbol for China, ancient China. And that just shows the cross lineages between the different Asian countries. There's a lot of Japanese influence in Tang Soo Do, there's a lot of Chinese influence in Tang Soo Do, and of course we have the uniquely Korean Subak Do arts, which is where our famous kicks come from. And that's what stands Tang Soo Do apart from most other Asian styles, is that you've got a great elements of Kung Fu, of Japanese karate, and the unique Korean Subak Do arts, which just create a fantastic blend. And it's very useful for both self-defense and for sports applications, as well as overall physical conditioning and just keeping you in great shape. The other phrase that you've heard me use is Kam Sa Hapnida. There's a few different versions of this, Kam Sa Nida, Kam Sa Nida, and what we are saying there is thank you or thank you very much. Basically, it is just a courtesy that we say at the end of each form, or at the end of each lesson, or at the end of each segment of the lesson, where we are just thanking the instructor for their input, for their guidance, and the instructor is thanking the students in turn for their intention, for their attention, and for their attendance in class, and for being in the class to be taught. So it's very much a respect thing between the student and the instructor, where you are continually sort of thanking each other and reminding each other how great it is to be young, to be alive, to be in class and teaching and learning together. So, Chariut, Nyet, Kamsa Hapnida. Thank you very much. Right, one of the last things that we wanted to go through was maybe just a nice little fighting combination. So we're going to revise quickly some of your basics. We're going to do the up chuggy kick, and then we are going to do your combat punches, and then we're going to put those all together into a nice combination that you guys can practice. Right, remember, take those fists out, curl those fingers up, roll them up, wrap the thumbs over the top, nice and tight. When you're punching, remember to focus on those first two knuckles, keeping everything in line. So that wrist is nice and straight, there's no bends there. When you look at it from the top, there's no bends there either. Everything is lined up nice and straight. and you've got those, focus on those first two knuckles. Good. Now let's get into our combat stance. Legs nice and comfortable, alright? We've lifted the heels up slightly, just to put the weight onto the balls of the feet, so it'll be nice and loose, nice and ready. Okay? We're going to have that back leg just slightly exposed, so it can come past from a kick. So you'll see, I've got this foot in the red, this foot in the blue, but they're pretty almost in line. Okay, just that back foot slightly out. Backhand just off that cheekbone where I can just see it out the corner of my eye, protecting my face. Elbow tucked in, protecting my solar plexus. Other hand out, protecting my head and covering my body, protecting my ribs that are exposed towards that target. So the elbows, hands up, nice and loose in the balls of those feet. That's your combat stance. From there, firing out that jab. Okay? Firing out that jab. Just from there, straight out, snapping it out. Let's go. Hana, do, sit, net. Tussen, yes, elbow, yada, out, you. Good, switching those legs around. See, nice and loose. That back leg there, just nice and comfortable, can come past, but more or less in line. Nice small target, sideways on, back hand up, front hand up, elbows tucked in. Firing out, the other hand, the right hand, punching up, nice jab. Let's go. Hana, do, sit, net, tussen, yes, elbow, yada. You. Very good. Now from there we're going to practice that cross punch. So those hips are going to turn, that body's going to twist, that back hand is going to snap out. Right, so now because of the turning of the body, I should be able to get that back hand to where that front hand was snapping out. So snapping out there, pulling that hand back, cross punch comes through. So we're going to go straight into the combination, a 1-2, jab cross combination. Nice and loose in your combat stance, breathing and going. Let's go, jab cross. Hana. Do, sit, net, tussen, yes, elbow, yadu, out, you. Nice and loose, nice and loose. Stay comfortable, stay relaxed, keep breathing, breathe out as you punch. So I'm going to exaggerate the breathing so you'll hear it on the video, but that's just for emphasis so that you remember that you've got to keep breathing while you're training. Good. Switch your stance around again. Okay, nice and loose. With those punches is our normal front thrust kick, the up chuggy. So remember, what we want is from your combat stance, nice and comfortable, picking that knee up nice and cleanly towards the roof, straightening that leg out, and then getting that little bit of extra extension by pivoting on that back leg to turning it into a thrust kick and extending through into the target. Good, very nice. Good. Let's just try a few of those kicks. Move back. I don't know how much space you've got, but wherever you can, move back. Yet. Jumbi. Stepping back with your right leg, so you can kick first with your right leg. Kirsten and Wes and I will do it with our left leg, so you can copy us again in mirror image. Hey! There's a kick. Alright, good. Just practice your energy shout. Get to a kia, practice putting the fear of death into people. If they attack you, they should pay the price. Alright, picking up that back knee, kicking an ab choke. Hits! 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 Chiu Tora. Hey! Hits! 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 Chiu Tora. Hey! Baro. Sure. Comes up now. Alright, so what we're going to do is put our hands and feet together. We're going to show you in combination. We'll do a little bit stepping. We'll show it sideways. And then we'll just do it on the spot in a circle. So no matter how much space you have, whether you've got a nice yard you can train in or garden, or whether you've got, you can push all the coffee tables and stuff out the way and you've only got a little bit of space, you can practice this combination. So, we'll start off like this. Chariot. Niet. Jumbi. Right leg back, combat stance. Sure. We're going to first throw the kick. We're going to have our hands up. And as you land forward, you're going to throw the jab, which is the same as the leg that's just kicked, and then the cross punch. And then back nice and comfortable into your combat stance immediately. So you're going to be landing a little bit forward with your weight into those punches. Straight away you correct that weight back, nice and even, comfortable in your fighting stance. Good. Right, now the left leg comes through, kick nice and high. As you land forward, jab, cross, left, right. Very nice. And we keep doing that. So kick and punch, punch. Good. Tutorial. Hits, kick and jab, cross. Hits, kick and jab, cross. Tutorial. Hits, hits, hold, tie. Tutorial. Hits, hits, hold, tie. Wow. Tutorial. Wow. Hey. Bottom. Sure. But Wesley and I are going to show you from the sides. So, Churut. Niet. Jumbi. Stepping back to the right leg, you can combat stance. Sure. Hey! Okay, nice and comfortable in your fighting stance. Hands up, elbows tucked in. Right, picking up that knee. As you land, throw the jab and the cross. As you land, jab, cross. Chitara. Wow. Hey! Ho! Hey! Chitara. Wow. Ho! Hey! Wow. Chitara. Wow. Baro. Sure. Comes up meter. Tatsu! Okay guys, let's try that just on the spot, sort of kicking and turning. We're just going to, from here, kick up. As you land forward, throw your punches. Then shift your weight onto that leg and turn back the way you came. Alright? Then with that same leg that you now got the weight on, push forward, kick again. Land forward, punch, shift the weight, and turn. And let's go. Anna. And turn. Do. And turn. Sit. And turn. Net. And turn. Good. Change legs. Fast. And turn. Yes. And turn. Over. And turn. Yeah. Out. And turn. And you. And turn. Baro. Sure. Touch you. Legit. Brigante. Pare. Paro. Sablim. Ekniet. Isnim Wesley. Ekniet. Thumbs up. Thank you! Don't forget to sign up on our website, send us an inquiry, and you'll be ready for your purple belt shortly after the lockdown ends. Come in and do your grading. I look forward to meeting you there. Thumbs up.